Reminder for the day, what am I collecting from you on October 1st? Data for what? Science fair data. October 1st, I want your science fair data. It's any of the dependent variable numbers or measurements that you've collected.
If we didn't finish the table, do you want to switch it to two? So we just need to put down the data for the foots and then some of the height.
Turn in what you have.
Yeah.
And just so we're clear about what data means for science fair data, that means numbers, right? Measurements you have taken. Expectations for that data, it will be presented to me in a table, right? That's why we practiced making a data table today. So expectation, it should be in a data table. And it should be typed data. Now that being said, it does not have to be all of your data. You can be mid-experimentation. You can be in the first week of experimentation. It should be some data so I know that you are actually working. What's due on the 8th then?
Data analysis.
What's a data analysis look like? Graphs. My expectation for your graphs. Format matches data. What do I mean by the format should match your data? It should be the best possible graph for your experiment, which means if you have bar graph data, what kind of graph are you going to put it on?
Bar graph.
A bar graph. If you have line graph data, what kind of graph are you going to put it on? Thank you. Do you know how many students are actually going to do that?
0.
You tell me you will, and then you're going to try and mash it onto a line graph. Please don't do that. It hurts my heart a little bit. Stresses me out. It's no good. No good at all. So let's do our best to make sure that our data matches our graphs. That means some of you are now thinking, is this accurate? Well, okay. I can't write the words that you're thinking. It wouldn't be appropriate. But I'm going to translate it into appropriate language. You are now thinking, oh no. Is this accurate? Remember, if you want me to be the one who grades you, and me to be the one who determines the grade you're going to get, and me to be the one who determines how many revisions you get so you can try and get a higher grade, you are looking at October 11th as the absolute last possible day I am likely to get anything from you.
Wait, what's the turn-in date?
Yeah, that's due date, right? I'm going to work up until the kid decides it's coming out. So
What if you go into labor while you're in school?
if I go into labor while I'm in school, I have a contingency plan. I have people organized who are able to drive me to the hospital. I have everyone available who knows what to expect. There are plans.
Wait, what do we do?
If I go into labor, you likely will not even notice.
Yeah, your water will break.
Doesn't look like it looks
Pee
on.
on the floor.
Doesn't look like what it looks like on TV.
The movie is just a gallon of water.
Yeah, it's just like a puddle.
And truth be told, all that stuff you've seen in movies, completely made up. That's not at all what it's actually like. So if I go into labor while I'm at school, you are likely not even going to notice.
Wait, so it
We
doesn't
didn't
like
get to see the miracle of life last year.
It hurts. It hurts like bejesus, but I'm in a whole bunch of pain right now, and you guys would never guess. So, I'm a really good hider.
You're in pain right now?
Yes.
Yeah, the baby's probably like kicking right now.
Yeah, foot's right here, and I have searing pain shooting up my back and down my left leg, but it's all good. I can't do anything about it, so whatever. So I'm here. Still smiling. That absolutely. So if you have data and you're not sure what it should look like, consult me. The reason why I want you to do this sooner rather than later is exactly what we were just talking about. After I leave here, after that fateful event where I do go into labor, you will not see or hear from me again until I return to work. That means I won't be answering any emails about science fair. That means I won't be answering any emails about anything. So I want you to understand that if you are currently thinking, oh no, light a fire and let's get a move on, we can get some things done. Yep. Uh-huh.
I'm doing like time
Mm-hmm.
for like my what I need like a line grab.
Time versus what? What goes on the other axis?
Time and depending on the length of the like category. Because I mean it's like I'm trying to test to see how fast I can actually like break on the fly.
It depends how you collected your data. It might be a bar graph, but it depends on how you collected it. Yep. What? It depends how everything goes. If all is textbook, 6 weeks. If it is not textbook, depends how long I'm going to recover. Absolutely. Last potential, like longest potential will be is 12 weeks. So.
Can you bring your kid here, like, once it's on the outside?
I will likely bring my kid to one of the masses that you guys have, yes.
Once it's on the outside.
Once it's on the outside, I will. I mean, I bring it to school every day now as it is. But yes.
My house, no, bring it to school one time. Make your house better.
Well, I don't want to disrupt other people's classes too
No,
much.
our
They're a little
class.
touchy about it.
Our class.
So I'm not gonna like disappear. I just won't be answering work related emails. So we all understand what that means, right? Because what day is your graph due? October 8th. And what did I say the last possible time to expect me to? Yeah, so we're on a tight schedule. I just want to make sure. I want to be sure that I have been very, very clear about expectations. We all understand? Those of you who have yet to give me an approved experimental design, let me make sure all those people heard me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Those of you who don't have an approved experimental design, you hear me, right?
Right.
You know what you need to do, right? If you need equipment and you need to borrow it, you know where to find me, right?
Right.
Right.
You're making me nervous. I'm just saying. You're making me nervous. Okay. I have it on fairly good authority, my friends, that chapter 2 of your biology book is chemistry.
We actually gotta use our book.
It is. In your chemistry book, we're starting at chapter 1. But this corresponds to chapter 2 of your biology book. So I am guessing that the material that we're going to cover, part of this chapter, is going to be review for you. So I'm going to give you some definitions today, and we'll see if we don't recognize some of them. Yes. Just because this will in fact be on Plus Portals, though, does not mean I want your hands idle. What should you be doing? Excellent. Best place to start in this instance is the beginning. So what is chemistry? All right. most popular answer that I have heard so far, the study of chemicals. As a chemist, what do you think I think?
You're wrong. You don't know any ignorance.
Oh, of course not. I think that we could probably be a little bit more specific. So you tell me that chemistry is the study of chemicals. So my question, yep. Are you guys working together? Just turn in the graphs when you finish them in whatever data table you have. So, do you know why I want to be more specific than this definition? What's that word mean? All right, so chemicals means, according to Armando, elements. Are they always just elements?
No.
What else can they be?
The science that investigates and explains the structure and properties of men.
Good thing you just knew that.
No, that was his book. So, if chemistry is the study of elements, mixtures, compounds, what about atoms? Is this what you just said, Armando? The reason that I don't immediately go to a textbook definition is because I don't know about you guys, but usually when I look something up, I read the definition and it is definition-y, right? Like it's not the most meaningful thing I've ever read. I don't know. So, I mean, chemists, but physicists. So, physicists first. If chemistry is the study of elements, mixtures, compounds, very many atoms, and the reactions of atoms, what do atoms make up? All right, so you just told me atoms make up everything. So, like, ideas?
Ourselves.
Us? How about ideas? Thoughts?
Everything concrete.
Everything concrete. So atoms make up everything that is concrete. Everything that's concrete means everything that has
Touch. Feel.
matter.
Taste.
So everything concrete equals everything matter.
Like concrete is a thing.
Concrete, like tangible, solid.
The concrete.
Oh, like concrete is concrete.
What?
Concrete is concrete.
Yeah.
Things you can touch and feel. Can I feel heat? Is it matter?
Solid.
Heck yes.
So here's what I would tell you. If you're saying that chemistry studies everything that's concrete, chemistry
Because it's concrete. Concrete is concrete. So it's asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the real definition?
Yep. It is the study of matter and the changes it undergoes, knowing that matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. That means your phone, your shoes, caramel apple pops, the pen that you're using, the desk you're sitting in, the metal parts of the chair that you're sitting in. That means the air that you're breathing in and out. I know, you're like, but it doesn't take up space. Sure it does. It takes up the whole space of the whole room. Anything that has mass and takes up space. That means it does not include, so you have all the things it does include, right? It does not include heat. It does not include light. It does not include thoughts or ideas. Correct. But, well, the conductance is part of matter, right? Because it's the transfer of electrons. But radio waves, right? Not matter. 36.
Wait, 36 or 26?
36.
That is bad.
You may indeed.
Huh?
You may indeed.
It says you may need. I'm like, what? I'll just say,
Matter itself is everything. So if matter is everything except for that, that list of, that very short list, that energy list, that heat, light list, if matter is everything, that means that chemistry quite literally studies everything. That's why it takes you an entire year to make it through a course in chemistry, and you're only going to scratch the teeny tiniest surface. That's why in college you can major in it and it takes you 4 years, and then you can go on and get a master's in it, which will take you 2 more, and then you can get a PhD, which will take you 4 more, and all of that is just chemistry. If you are thinking about a career in medicine, you do need chemistry. You'll end up taking at least 2 years worth of basic chemistry courses, and then you'll head into pharmacology, and that's going to be another 2 years worth. Pharmacology, biochemistry. No, it's medicines.
So it would take you 10 years to get your PhD in chemistry.
Signing up for it, you're like, heck yes, it sounds like a great idea.
You need to go like to college after like.
no, you're still going to college before,
Do you go to a basic college?
Undergrad, so undergrad for 4 years, and then medicine for I think 6 more.
That's gonna be insane.
When he returns. So, what do you remember about chapter 2 of biology? Just tell me what you remember, and then we can get it out of the way. Can I give you a hint? Chapter 2 of biology, again, it was called chemistry. Okay, so elements were in there. What else? Did we talk about atoms in biology? What can you tell me about atoms? They make up everything. They're small. What else? I have a line of people who are currently going to go. What else? Oh, what was that, Caitlin? That was Caitlin, right? What did you say? What words?
I just said that! And I said neutron.
Hey, you gave me the third one. We have a complete list now.
Yeah, I was. She took her thunder for you to pick one.
You're gonna thumb war over who got the correct subatomic particles?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Get back here, Caitlin.
So we've said atoms, we've said protons, neutrons, and electrons. Everything is made up of atoms, right? If everything's made up of atoms, why do things behave so differently? If I attempted to light your desk on fire, it would not light on fire. It would melt. It's not going to light on fire. What stops your desk from lighting on fire? Whereas if I tried to light that stack of lab notebooks over there on fire, they would go up in flames. What's the difference? Find one partner in this classroom. One person. You are in pairs. Have you found a person?
Yeah.
I would like from you and that person an explanation of why your desk will not go up in flames, but that pile of lab notebooks will. What does your group think? You.
Because like the, it's like I'll just do it.
What's the fundamental difference between the desk and your notebook?
The paper is more combustible.
What makes the paper combustible? Shall we ask the other Jacks group? All right, other Jacks group. What do you think? Why will the lab notebooks go up in flame, but the desk will not? Okay, so he says chemical makeup of one versus another. So then, let's see. Yep. There's currently a line of people. Yep. So let's go with Ethan's group. I know, I'm staring at the one. He looked at me. We made eye contact. So, what does he mean by chemical makeup? He said that it's a chemical makeup. That's the difference. Jack did for us. He said the difference was the chemical makeup of the desk and the book. But what does that mean?
The desk isn't combustible, but the
Well, he said the desk isn't combustible because of the chemicals it's made out of, but the notebook is combustible because of the chemicals it's made out of. So, what's that mean? You want to phone a friend? I've got a hand.
yeah, sure.
That the elements inside of the desk are not, they don't chemically create heat.
All right, so the elements in the desk don't chemically create heat. How many of you are like, that's a potential hypothesis here? Like, whatever the desk is made out of does not create heat. When it creates heat, is there a particular word we might use for that as chemists?
Combustion.
Ignition, combustion. How about it doesn't react that way? It cannot undergo, is combustion a chemical reaction?
Yes.
So the desk is made out of some substance that cannot undergo that reaction? But the notebooks are?
Yeah.
What is the most likely chemical to be found in both the desk and the notebook? I have one vote for oxygen. What else? What?
I know that was like a really big mess up.
Nitrogen, right?
I actually have really.
Which one?
Hydrogen, hydrogen.
Dylan says carbon. How many of you agree with Dylan's assertion of carbon? It is likely there's carbon in both.
Can I change my answer to carbon?
Can you change? Your answer could be whatever you want your answer to be. I'm not judging you based on whether it's the correct answer or not. You actually answered the question.